Be brave and create the life of your dreams. Be brave and create the life of your dreams. Be brave and create the life of your dreams. Gosh, that's easier said than done, right? Words. 5 years ago, I was newly widowed. I had never lived on my own my whole entire life. And I had to just figure out how to deal with grief, raise a grieving teenager, and take care of myself and financially, physically. How do you take care of a house, right? Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, what is bravery? So when I think of bravery, I think of soldiers going off to battlefield or firefighters rescuing someone from a burning building. But I'm here to say that bravery, it's all relative. 5 years ago, bravery to me was going to a soccer game by myself or going to church by myself or something that some of you witnessed. I would come here every week and try to do this thing called table topics. That took bravery. And I kind of muddled along for quite a while, and someone handed me a book. It was called The Switch on Your Brain, and it was written by a neuroscientist, and she talked about how our thoughts and our mind shape our brain patterns. And our brains are like a computer. And what is programmed in can be programmed out. And for me, that was the first time I felt hope. Hope that I could change. I could change my thought patterns. I could get out of this fear that I think I really had all my life, that I didn't really recognize until this point. And it's really interesting. She has a 5-step pattern. She calls it the 21-day brain detox. And in these 21 days, you are working on just one habit that you're trying to change. But really what you're trying to do is you're using your mind to build different thoughts and to create neural pathways to change this, whatever it was, this fear that was inside. Because what happens is, and you guys have already probably seen this, there's a picture of the iceberg, right? And our conscious mind is only the tip of the iceberg. It's like 10% of our whole brain power. There's a whole 90% of feelings, emotions, thoughts that are still affecting what we do, how we respond, but we're not even aware of it. And so through this process, I became a little more aware of what those thoughts were deep down inside. And so an example for me was I went through Toastmasters for probably, I don't know, a good year, and I'd show up, and it somehow it didn't matter whether I was doing a table topics or a prepared speech, but no matter what, I was feeling equally afraid every single time, and it just went on for the longest time. And I finally had to really connect with those feelings and put words to the feelings. And it kind of came out like, you're just this little kid. No one's going to listen to you. You're this little kid that cried all the time. And I think every time I came up here, that's kind of what I felt. And these thoughts come in feelings, not really conscious thoughts. And so I wasn't able to, They always say to do positive affirmations. Well, it just seemed like whatever the positive affirmation was, you can do this. You're not going to be afraid. You're going to be confident. It just never seemed to work. So, in this process of doing these detoxes, you're able to rethink and build these neural pathways to change your thought patterns. And so, be brave. Be brave and create the life of your dreams. I think that happens on several levels. Number one, for me, it took a lot of bravery just to connect with those feelings, to know I felt them, to feel them, and then to have to deal with them and work these patterns out. And sometimes, depending on how deep they're a part of you, you need to work on it more. I don't know. I think I did fear probably for 6 months. But regardless, you can do it. And that's my call to action, I guess, for all of you. How many of you are brave? How many of you have the courage to look at your dreams, to touch those places of your heart and soul that really drive you, and then to move forward on the passion and to actually pursue the dreams of your heart? Be brave and create the life of your dreams.